my name is Errol Kreutzer. Imagine going outside and the air is dense and there is no more fresh air to breathe. So bad and dangerous that you can't even leave your house. Well, this is a reality in some places. In the Time magazine article by Christina and Rivet called Surviving the Climate Crisis, it goes into climate change and how it's affecting the world around us right now. Today, I'm going to be talking about climate change, what it is, how it affects us, and how it can be slowed down. What is climate change, you may ask? Well, climate change is the change in the climate patterns and the change from the late mid-20th century and onwards, and it attributes largely to the increased levels of the atmospheric carbon dioxide produced in the use of fossil fuels. An example of climate change is global warming. Global warming is defined in the dictionary as an increase in overall Earth's atmosphere and temperature, generally attributed to the greenhouse effect, caused by the increased levels of carbon dioxide in the types of carbons and other things that may pollute the planet. The cause of climate change. In the article in the NRDC website, an organization on climate change, they say that when the Earth releases energy in the atmosphere, the Earth starts to cool. As it starts to cool, it absorbs the Earth's energy from the sun, and the sun does not let the atmospheric gas be released, radiating into the space, called the greenhouse effect. The planet cools, and both humans and natural causes can cause climate change. But scientists, however, will agree that humans are to blame. Although with the carbon dioxide, burning of the fossil fuels, waste in our landfills, and the domestic livestock, the fossil fuel combustion, and the synthetic compounds used in our industrial today. Now that we have learned what is climate change, let's see how it affects us and the planet. It affects the planet in multiple ways. NASA has listed what is happening right now rapidly with climate change. Examples of this are global temperatures start to rise, warming of the oceans, shrinking of ice sheets, declining Arctic sea ice, glacial retreat, and the snow cover is starting to decline. Sea levels are rising, extreme events are happening, and ocean acidification. As this is happening now, they also list what will happen in the future. Temperatures will continue to rise. Growing seasons will lengthen. Changes in the precipitation patterns with more droughts and heat waves. Hurricanes will become stronger and more intense. Sea levels will rise. By the time of 2100, no more Arctic ice, which means that there will be less fresh water, since most of our fresh water is in glaciers in the Arctic. And the sea level will rise up to 1 to 8 feet. As it affects the planet, the people are in the middle of it, and we are also affected. As there's a heavy downpour and heat waves, also the sea levels rise and expect lots of changes where you live. If you live anywhere, you will be affected by this. If you live in the northwest, southeast, and the southwest, it will affect your homes and the places around you and the architecture built on your homes and the places you live, and the planning on those will have to adapt. As the sea levels rise and the southeast will become environmentally damaged, and the heat will affect the health of all the people in the Midwest and the Northeast and the Southwest, causing major fires, burning down trees, which means less fresh air. Now that we know how it's going to affect us, let's see what we can do to slow it down. NASA states, If you go greener, it will help, like installing solar panels, growing your own vegetables to help remove greenhouse gases. Choose an energy efficient car to stop burning fossil fuel. Reduce carbon. Reducing your carbon can help like getting energy efficient lights because they use 25% less electricity, and turning off your electronics when they're not being used can help reduce your carbon footprint. Reduce your trash. Reduce, reuse, and recycle. Today, we talked about climate change and how it affects us, and what is climate change and how to slow it down. Hopefully, this is good information for you, and you can take home today what's going on in our climate and how to help the world that we live in.